What do you do when you need a boost of energy? Do you take a nap? Do you eat a carb-rich snack? Or do you just grab an energy drink? What if I was to tell you that those energy drinks aren't just seriously bad for your health, but they don't exactly do what they claim to do? Hi, my name is Sorcha and I'm a nutritionist and healthy lifestyle blogger from Ireland. And on my channel, I help make healthy living simple because it doesn't have to be complicated. If you like the sound of this, be sure to hit the like, subscribe and notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload any other videos. In today's video, I'm going to look at energy drinks. What are they? What are they supposed to do? What do they contain? And some of the pros and cons as to the supposed health benefits. Energy drinks are a mix of energy boosters and stimulants, the main stimulant being caffeine. They also contain a long list of other very fancy sounding ingredients like Guarana, Taurine, ginseng, and then B vitamins, which we know. In 1949, the first energy drink was released. It was called Dr. Enough. Probably not pronouncing that right, but it was released in the US. Later on, in 1962, a Japanese company released an energy drink called Lipovitamin D. And then Red Bull, which we all know, was released in Australia in 1987 and later on in US in 1997. As present, Red Bull is one of the most well-known and well-researched energy drinks out there, but there is over 500 different types of energy drinks and energy shots available, so you've got a lot to choose from. Even though there's so many different types of energy drinks, they all claim to do the same thing, which is to significantly increase physical and mental performance and decrease fatigue for long periods of time. However, there isn't actually that much scientific evidence backing up these claims at all. In fact, there was a study that showed that energy drinks only really increase your alertness for about 45 minutes. Energy drinks are very popular with shift workers, young athletes, and students who are studying for long periods of time and aren't getting a lot of sleep. So anybody really who has irregular sleep patterns and finds themselves tired. Males aged 18 to 24 are the biggest consumers of energy drinks. But what I found that was kind of scary, the European Food Safety Authority done a study, and this showed that 68% of adolescents 10 to 18 years old, so pre-adolescents up to 18 years old, drink energy drinks daily. 68%. Then there was 18% of under 10s consume energy drinks daily, and then 30% of adults. So the 68% of age 10 to 18-year-olds, that's pretty scary. And then, of course, you've got the under 10s. A big marketing ploy that most energy drinks use is obviously they prey on the energy boosting, and they usually use athletes and very athletic looking advertisements to make you think, oh well, if I drink that, I'll be able to do that. But one study actually done on Red Bull showed that not only did Red Bull not increase the mental and physical performance like it said it would on athletes, it actually increased inflammation. So that big inflammation in your joints and that, and this was for cyclists, so this wouldn't be very good. This wouldn't be desired at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to calm down here a bit because I'm getting very emotional about this, because before I started looking into energy drinks, really looking into them, I never really liked them anyway. I always recommended people to not drink them, to drink anything basically but energy drinks. Partially because I had a very, very bad experience with them myself one energy drink. I'm not going to name it, but it made me very ill, and I only drank one can. And I can remember like feeling my heart racing, and I couldn't focus, which is strange because isn't that what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to help you focus. So take 10. Most energy drinks contain similar ingredients. So the first one being sugar. We all know what sugar is, and yeah, it's in energy drinks, but it's also in a lot of other things. So this is 55 grams of sugar. That's about 11 teaspoons of in one drink. So that's about double the amount of free sugar that you're supposed to have per day in one drink. So unless you ate absolutely nothing else that full day, you're going to be well over your recommended daily intake of sugar. So this is 39 grams of sugar, and this is for the 355 can of Red Bull. But I know there's also 500ml cans of Red Bull as well, and that's quite a lot of sugar as well for one drink. And most people don't just drink one can of Red Bull as well. So that would be one drink of Red Bull. And this is 24 grams of sugar for the 500ml can of Rockstar. So it's not as much as the Monster or the Red Bull, but it's still a lot. It's still your recommended daily amount of added sugar in one drink. So then there's caffeine. Caffeine is actually the world's most popular drug. It's a stimulant, and also it's in quite a lot of things, maybe things you don't actually think there would be caffeine in, like chocolate. Coffee would be the one thing people would think contains a lot of caffeine, which is true. Coffee does contain caffeine, but energy drinks contain similar amounts of caffeine as a cup of coffee. For the recommended daily allowance of caffeine, it differs from country to country. I'm going to be using the European Food Safety Authority. It's quite similar though, if you look at safety wise. It recommends that no more than 400 milligrams per day spread out throughout the day for adults. So that's not 400 milligrams in one go, that's spread out throughout the day. And there's some energy drinks that contain 300 milligrams of caffeine and more. For pregnant women or lactating women, no more than 200 milligrams of caffeine per day is safe. And for children and adolescents, as little caffeine as possible, so 100 milligrams or less per day, and you're getting more than that in most energy drinks. Now for the more fancy sounding ingredients. Taurine is an amino acid, and it has been marketed as a muscle stimulator for exercise, athletes who want to build muscle. There isn't that much evidence backing up this claim either, so it's not unsafe, but also it's not really, there's no evidence that suggesting that it does what it's claiming to do. Guarana is a plant, and its seeds contain twice as much caffeine as a coffee bean. So if you see guarana on the bottle of energy drink or the can of energy drink, that's also kind of a source of caffeine, even though it's not labelled as caffeine. L-Carnitine is a chemical that's similar to amino acid, and we find it in our body. It's supposed to burn fat for energy, and it does that, but there's no evidence suggesting that actually ingesting it, like consuming things that have L-Carnitine in it, will make this process work any better than it already does in your own body. First, let's look at some of the health pros of drinking energy drinks. First of all, I couldn't really find any, to be honest, except maybe it gives you a 45-minute boost of energy, but could possibly lead to heart failure or ischemic stroke or neurological disorders or sleep insomnia or, I'm going into the cons. So I can't really find any scientifically proven health benefits of drinking energy drinks. Sorry. Now for the cons. You might want to sit down for these. Going to start with the heart. Energy drinks have been shown to increase blood pressure significantly, especially 1 hour after drinking them, or 1 hour or more than an hour after drinking them. They also can lead to irregular heart rhythms, and it's mostly heart issues that are bringing people to A&E, and the rate of people coming to A&E because of drinking energy drinks has skyrocketed over the years as well. A double-blind randomised test was carried out on 18 young healthy adults. These adults were split into 2 groups. One group received energy drink which contained 320 milligrams of caffeine. The other group contained the control which contained 320 milligrams of caffeine, but it didn't contain any of the other ingredients, just sugar and water. The study showed that the group that got the energy drink had significantly higher QT prolongation. QT prolongation basically means the heart muscle takes longer than normal to charge between beats, and it's an electrical disturbance which is seen on an ECG. It causes tachycardia, if you've ever heard of that, which is irregular heartbeat. They also had significantly higher blood pressure. This shows that it's not just the caffeine that causes these irregularities in heart. The list of neurological and psychological issues linked with energy drink consumption is quite long. You can actually get intoxicated with caffeine with more than 200 milligrams of caffeine. So you can get drunk on caffeine or drunk on energy drinks. Then, of course, there's the symptoms like insomnia, increased anxiety, restlessness, muscle twitching, periods of inexhaustibility, so periods where you just can't sit still, acute and chronic headaches. Also, it's been linked to increased violent behaviour in teenagers. High levels of caffeine of 300 milligrams or more can actually lead to hallucinations, and it's thought to be linked to the increased level of cortisol, which is a stress hormone that is released. Caffeine is a stress stimulator. So I know some people have their cup of coffee when they are stressed, but actually it increases your stress. And high levels of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, are also known as the fight or flight hormone. Our bodies can't deal with prolonged levels of increased cortisol. So you're putting your body under stress by drinking large amounts of caffeine. Another thing that's unfortunately very popular among young adults and college students that is extremely dangerous is consuming alcohol and energy drinks at the same time. Energy drinks masks how drunk you are. So you could be what you would normally be blind drunk, barely able to stand, but if you consume energy drinks, you're still walking about, you're still up and about, so you don't realise how drunk you actually are. This does not mean you can hold more alcohol if you drink more energy drinks. You're still going to get the same symptoms that you would later on. Also, you're much more likely to get alcohol poisoning because of drinking too much, because you don't realise how drunk you are. Energy drinks have also been linked to ischemic strokes and seizures. Consuming energy drinks can also cause GI issues. It can disturb the gut microbiome. So if you haven't already, check out my video on probiotics, and it'll tell you about the good gut bacteria that we need to be healthy in general. And the high amounts of sugar and energy drinks kind of disturb that gut microbiome. So you get stomach upsets, IBS. There's also some talk about how caffeine can be an appetite suppressor, making you eat less so you lose weight. And we often think of like very skinny people drinking coffee all the time. But if you think about the amount of sugar that's actually in energy drinks as well, that completely gets rid of any calorie deficit that you would possibly have otherwise. Same with coffee, if you add your cream and your sugar, it all adds up as well. And really there's not that much evidence that it causes any weight loss that's worth talking about, really. So if you're replacing your meals with energy drinks because you want to lose weight, not only is it extremely unhealthy, but it's not going to work. Caffeine intake has also been shown to reduce insulin sensitivity. That means that the insulin you produce, insulin is a hormone that acts as a key and lets the sugar that you consume in your food get into your cells to give you energy. And when insulin doesn't work right, that means you're going to get high blood sugars, and that can lead to type 2 diabetes. I also found a case of a woman who presented with jaundice and abdominal pain and very elevated liver enzymes after overconsuming energy drinks. And basically, they give her liver failure. And there was a similar case with a 34-year-old man. Neither of these people had pre-existing medical conditions or were on any medication or that. So it was put down to the amount of energy drinks they were consuming. I think we've nearly gone through all the body at this stage, but we haven't done the kidneys yet. And a lot of people drink energy drinks when they're doing sport to give them energy. But the one thing you need to remember is when you're doing exercise, especially when it's warm outside, and even when it's not, you need to think hydration. Hydration is so important. And energy drinks, the caffeine in them acts as a diuretic, which can cause dehydration. It makes you pee more, basically, so you're losing more water than you should be. It also makes you excrete more sodium, which can cause sodium imbalance, which is also very dangerous. So drinking energy drinks to keep you hydrated during exercise is not good. Energy drinks and sports drinks are different. Sports drinks don't contain caffeine. Sports drinks, most of them contain a little bit of carbohydrate in the form of sugar. They contain electrolytes and that. And you can even make your own sports drinks if you want, with like a little bit of normal table salt and a little bit of diluted juice just to give it taste and a little bit of carbohydrate in it. That's fine. To be honest, water is just as good, but if you are doing long periods of exercise, you might need that extra carbohydrate and that little bit of extra salt. Don't be drinking energy drinks while you're doing exercise to give you energy, or otherwise use carbohydrate as a source of energy, not caffeine. And last but not least, and there is probably a lot more, but I don't want to make this video like 3 hours long talking about all the things that energy drinks can do to you, but your teeth. The amount of sugar in energy drinks, and because they're of low pH, which means they're acidic, they can cause dental decay. They corrode your enamel like any other soft drink, really. But because they're drank in such large amounts, they cause a lot of tooth decay worldwide. So if all that did put you off energy drinks, here are some horror stories that might just do that. A 26-year-old man in Texas nearly died back in October 2019 from guzzling energy drinks. He usually drinks about 4 litres of energy drinks a day, which is quite a lot, but he nearly died of a heart attack and he ended up having to get stents in. So 26-year-old and already having to get heart stents in, and it was completely linked to energy drinks. He had no pre-existing medical condition at all. In February 2011, a 41-year-old man died after drinking energy drinks, and he died of a heart attack. He didn't drink alcohol, he didn't smoke, so it was completely put down to overconsumption of energy drinks. I also found a very sad story about a young girl, only 14 years old, who died from drinking only 2 cans of Monster in a 24-hour period. The autopsy showed that she died from irregular heartbeat that was caused by caffeine intoxication, and it put so much stress on her heart valve. The UK has actually banned the sale of energy drinks to minors under 16s. And in 2009, Germany actually banned the sale of Red Bull Cola when it found traces of cocaine in it. Now, Red Bull claimed that the cocaine leaf, the active cocaine, the drug, was taken out of it and it was only used for flavour, but still. In 2014, Lithuania banned the sale of energy drinks to minors, and then followed by Latvia in 2016, who banned the sale of energy drinks to minors. And if you're interested, there are a lot more horror stories or sad stories in the case of the people who have died about energy drinks. Sorry this video turned out a little bit morbid, but I just really want to stress how energy drinks are not okay, and it's ridiculous that there's actually no law in Ireland at the minute and a lot of other countries about selling them to minors at least. Like, imagine a 10-year-old drinking an energy drink that has enough caffeine in it to basically burst their heart. So I don't agree with energy drinks at all, and let me know in the comments below what you think about energy drinks, or whether you drink them or not, or know somebody who drinks a lot of them. If you're tired, take a nap or eat a carb-rich snack. If you can't do that, if you don't have time, even eating one of those energy bars would be better, because at least you're getting some other nutrients, you're getting some fibre, protein, fat. Energy drinks are basically just sugar and caffeine and a whole lot of other stuff mixed in that makes the caffeine, I don't know, does it make it work differently than it does in just another normal cup of coffee? The best thing you can do is listen to your body, and if it's telling you that it's tired, then it could need sleep, or maybe you're lacking in a vitamin. Maybe you need to get a blood test to check out. Maybe you need to really look at your diet and see, am I getting enough of what I need to be healthy? I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I put up any more videos. Bye!